Let me ask you something. If you woke up tomorrow with $0 in savings, completely starting over, what would you actually do? Not what some finance book says, not what your parents told you. What would you actually do with a real salary, real bills, real life? That's exactly what this video is about. Because 2 years ago, I basically had to start over. I had almost nothing saved, I was making around $40,000 a year, and I had no clue where my money was going every single month. And I'm not talking about some magical overnight transformation. I'm talking about a real, boring, step-by-step process that actually worked. Within 12 months, I had saved my first $10,000. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through the exact plan I would follow if I had to do it all over again, knowing everything I know now. I'm going to break this down into 5 steps. Each step builds on the last, and I promise you, if you watch this entire video and actually apply even 3 of these 5 steps, your financial life will look completely different in 6 months. All right, let's get into it. Step 1. And I want you to pay close attention here because this is the step that 90% of people completely skip, and it's the reason they never make progress. You need to know your real number. What do I mean by that? I mean, how much money do you actually have left over every month after all your bills are paid? Not a guess, not a rough estimate, the actual number. Here's the thing. Most people I talk to have no idea what this number is. They know roughly what they earn. They know their rent. But when I ask them, okay, so after everything, how much is left? They go blank. And that's a massive problem because you can't save money you can't see. So here's the exercise I want you to do. Grab a piece of paper, open a spreadsheet, or just use your Notes app. Draw 3 columns. Column 1, income. Column 2, fixed expenses. Column 3, variable expenses. Income is everything coming in every month. Your salary after tax, any side money, anything consistent. Fixed expenses are the things that never change. Rent or mortgage, car payment, insurance, phone bill, internet. These are set in stone. They come out every month no matter what. Variable expenses are everything else. Groceries, eating out, gas, entertainment, subscriptions, coffee, shopping, everything you spend money on that varies month to month. Now here's where it gets uncomfortable. Add up your fixed and variable expenses. Subtract that from your income. The number you get, that is your real number. That is how much you could be saving every single month. When I did this for the first time, I was genuinely shocked. I thought I had almost nothing left over, but when I actually sat down and added everything up, I had about $600 a month that was just disappearing into random purchases, subscriptions I forgot about, food delivery 3 times a week. $600 a month is $7,200 a year. That's almost 72% of the $10,000 goal, and it was just vanishing with nothing to show for it. So before you do anything else in this video, and I'm serious about this, go find your real number. It will either motivate you or shock you. Either way, it changes everything. Step 2 is the single most powerful thing I ever did for my finances, and it sounds almost too simple. You ready? Automate your savings before you spend a single dollar. Let me explain why this works on a psychological level, because understanding the why is what makes you actually do it. When your paycheck hits your bank account, your brain immediately sees that money as available to spend. It's human nature. We see a balance and we start making plans for it, consciously or not. Oh, I could finally get those new shoes. Oh, I should probably upgrade my phone. Oh, let me just order food tonight. I'll cook tomorrow. Sound familiar? That's not a willpower problem. That's just how human brains are wired. We spend what we see. So the solution is simple. Don't let your brain see the money in the first place. The day your paycheck arrives, automatically move a fixed amount into a completely separate savings account. Before you pay any bills, before you buy groceries, before anything, the savings come first. This is called paying yourself first, and it's not a new concept, but almost nobody actually does it consistently. Now here's the key detail that most people get wrong. The savings account needs to be at a different bank than your main checking account. I cannot stress this enough. Why? Because if it's at the same bank, it's one tap away. You see it,
You think about it, you tell yourself, okay, just this once, I'll borrow from savings and put it back next month. And you never do. When your savings are at a different bank with a slight delay to transfer, suddenly it feels like real money, not just a number you can casually move. That friction is intentional. It's the whole point. A great option for this in 2025 is a high-yield savings account. Banks like Marcus, Ally, or SoFi are currently offering 4 to 5% APY on savings. That means your $10,000 goal is literally earning money while you build towards it. Let's say you automate $300 a month. In 12 months, you've saved $3,600 without thinking about it. Add interest, you're closer to $3,750. That's 37% of your entire goal on autopilot. Start with whatever you can, even $50. The habit is more important than the amount. Once you see the account growing, you will increase the amount. Every single person I know who's done this has said the same thing. I wish I started sooner. Step 3, we're going to talk about where money actually disappears, and I'm going to be specific because vague advice like spend less is completely useless. There are 3 categories that drain most people's savings without them even noticing. I call them the 3 money leaks: food, subscriptions, and what I call lifestyle creep. Let's start with food because this one is brutal. The average American spends between $400 and $800 a month on food when you combine groceries, restaurants, coffee shops, and delivery apps. That's a massive range, and most people have no idea where they fall. Here's the math that got my attention. If you're spending $600 a month on food and you cut it to $350 just by cooking more at home and limiting delivery once a week, that's $250 saved per month, $3,000 per year, 30% of your entire $10,000 goal from one category. I'm not saying never eat out. I'm saying be intentional. Plan your meals, batch cook on Sundays, make coffee at home 4 out of 5 days. These are not huge sacrifices, but the math on them is genuinely life-changing. Leak number 2, subscriptions. Right now, open your bank app and go to your last 2 months of statements. Scroll through and look for every recurring charge. I guarantee you will find at least 2 or 3 subscriptions you forgot about or don't actually use. The average person pays for 12 subscriptions per month, 12, and uses maybe 5 of them regularly. That extra $50 to $100 in forgotten subscriptions adds up to $600 to $1,200 per year. Cancel tonight what you haven't used in 30 days. No hesitation. Leak number 3, lifestyle creep. This one is the sneakiest. Lifestyle creep is when your income goes up and your spending quietly goes up to match it. You get a raise, suddenly you're eating out more. You upgrade your apartment, you start buying nicer clothes, and you end up saving no more than you did before. The antidote to lifestyle creep is simple. Every time your income increases, save at least 50% of that increase before you let yourself spend any of it. You already lived on the lower amount. You can keep living on it a little longer while your savings accelerate. Together, fixing these 3 leaks, most people can free up $400 to $700 a month. That alone can get you to $10,000 in under 2 years without changing anything else. Step 4. This is where things get exciting, because up until now, we've only been talking about cutting, but there's a ceiling to how much you can cut. There's no ceiling to how much you can earn. I'm not saying quit your job and start a business. I'm not saying you need to hustle 80 hours a week. I'm saying find one way to earn an extra $200 to $400 per month. That's it, one thing. Because here's what that does to your timeline. If you're currently saving $400 a month through cutting expenses, you'll hit $10,000 in about 25 months. Add just $250 extra income per month. Now you're saving $650 total, and you hit $10,000 in about 15 months. 10 months faster, just from one small income source. So what are realistic options in 2025? First, sell stuff you don't use. Most people have $200 to $500 worth of stuff sitting in their home right now that someone else would pay for. Old electronics, clothes, furniture, books. List them on Facebook Marketplace, eBay, or Craigslist this weekend. One afternoon, done. Second, freelance a skill you already have. Can you write, design, Edit videos? Speak another language? Do basic accounting? There is someone on Fiverr or Upwork right now willing to pay for that. Even one small project a month, $100 to $200, makes a real difference. Third, pick up flexible gig work. DoorDash, Uber, Instacart, TaskRabbit, not glamorous, but 8 to 10 hours per weekend at $15 to $20 an hour is $120 to $200 extra per week. Over a month, that's $500 to $800 extra. Now, I want to be honest with you. I know just make more money sounds easy when someone says it in a video. The point is not to overwhelm yourself. Pick one option. Try it for 30 days. Even if you make $150 in a month, that's $1,800 in a year you didn't have before. That matters.
The goal isn't to work yourself to death. The goal is to close the gap between where you are and $10,000 a little bit faster. Step 5. And this is the glue that holds the entire plan together. Track your progress every single week and protect your consistency like it's your most valuable asset, because it is. Here's something most finance content doesn't talk about: the emotional side of saving money. Because the truth is, motivation comes and goes. You'll have weeks where you're fired up and hit your target easily, and you'll have weeks where something unexpected happens. Your car breaks down, you get a surprise bill, a friend's birthday comes up, and you feel like the whole plan is falling apart. The people who successfully saved $10,000 are not the ones who had the perfect conditions. They're the ones who kept going when conditions weren't perfect. Consistency over intensity, every single time. So here's my system. Every Sunday evening, takes 5 minutes. Open your savings account, write down the current balance in a simple tracker. Green if you hit your weekly target, red if you didn't, and write one sentence about why. That's it. This does 3 things. It keeps you accountable. It shows you patterns. Oh, I always overspend in the 3rd week of the month. Interesting. And it makes saving feel like a game you're playing against yourself. Every green week is a small win, and small wins compound. Here's a mindset shift that helped me more than anything else. Stop thinking about $10,000 as one giant goal. Break it into milestones. $1,000 is your first milestone, then $2,500, then $5,000. Each one is worth celebrating because each one proves to your brain that this is actually working. When I hit $1,000 for the first time, I took myself out for a nice dinner, intentionally, because I wanted my brain to associate reaching savings milestones with reward. It sounds silly, it worked. The science backs this up. When you celebrate small wins, your brain releases dopamine. That dopamine makes you want to repeat the behavior. You're literally rewiring yourself to enjoy saving money. And once that happens, the $10,000 goal stops feeling like a sacrifice and starts feeling like a challenge you're winning. All right, let's bring it all together. Step 1. Find your real number. Know exactly how much you can save each month. Step 2. Automate it. Savings come first before you spend anything. Step 3. Fix your 3 money leaks: food, subscriptions, and lifestyle creep. Step 4. Add one small income source to accelerate your timeline. Step 5. Track weekly, celebrate milestones, and protect your consistency. That's the complete plan. No tricks, no get-rich-quick, just a system that works if you work it. Here's your action item for today. Not tomorrow, today. Open your bank app, look at your last 30 days of transactions, find one subscription you don't use, cancel it right now. That's it. That's your first step. If this video helped you, subscribe. I post every week on how to build real financial habits that actually stick. And if you want to see exactly how I saved my first $10,000 on a $40K salary, that video is right up here. Watch it next.